It's 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time in Sydney. I'm William Broom, and it's great to have your company again here on At Home on In View TV, the show where we speak to people from the worlds of sport, business, entertainment, music, you name it, we've got them on this show. And there's a couple of people first before I introduce you to this week's special guest. The first one I want to, of course, introduce you to is my host from the Gold Coast. It rhymes. I like it. Rhythm. Belinda Joe, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, William. How are you? I can't believe it's been a week already since I've had the pleasure of hosting with you.
It's flown by. It's quite funny. Almost as soon as the show's over, we're organising the next guest and getting into the next show. It goes so fast. Things are happening fast here in New South Wales. I don't know about Queensland, but we're starting to ease the lockdown laws, so people are slowly, as long as they keep that 1.5 metres, are slowly again meeting their friends and families. What about you up there?
Indeed, well, I've got really big news. I got my nails done. Look at that.
They look stunningly beautiful. I love them. First class job.
Yeah, so up here in Queensland, thankfully, the restrictions on beauty salons have lifted, so I was able to go get my nails done and get a massage. So quite lucky up here. I don't think in New South Wales that's happened yet for you. However, I think it's on June the 1st.
Fingers crossed, I'll be the first one to get my nails done. But there's somebody else we have to meet, the man who helps put this show together. He's actually not far from me. He's the other side of the Harbour Bridge in North Sydney. Bruce Mott, how are you doing?
William Belinda, how are you?
Good.
Great, thanks, and good to see you.
Another great show coming up. As you said, they come around so quick, don't they? Just finished the last show.
Yes, they do.
And here we go again.
So fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. People say when you get older, life goes faster. I don't know. I think life goes faster when you're having fun and you're enjoying life. That's what I reckon.
Yeah. Times are
and
over
something,
when you're having fun, isn't it?
Absolutely. And something like At Home and on In View TV, it's the perfect antidote to what we're going through at the moment. And we need this. And tonight's show, I am so excited.
Yay!
Likewise. As you know,
Really
you've
fun
interviewed
show.
him before, William. So, really looking forward to having Nick and the band back on. Really good.
Let's hope I'm as good as the first time. And of course, you're all wondering what's happening on today's show and who's coming on. Well, we've got the lead singer from one of Sydney's hottest bands from the western suburbs, Noon Shift. And his name is Nick Lowe. Let's see what he's up to.
I don't know why you won't save me. But why did you leave me when you told me you're worried? You think you can change me.
On today's show, we're very honoured to have as our special guest a musician from Western Sydney, from the band Noon Shift, Nick Lowe. Welcome to the panel shows Hear the Music. How are you going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm great.
Sunday afternoon, a wave of feeling cries in your familiar room. Maybe a final time, and I cannot blame you, 'cause I know I'm fighting it. Think I'm fighting it. This is a call phone sister who came along with a song they like to sing. Why can't you see that you're not going home with me? I took a phone call sister who came along with a wrong idea of me. Why can't you see that you are going home alone, not with me?
Amazing. Back in the days when we could actually meet up in person. That was a great interview back in October. We did that. Congratulations. You had so much experience, but on Friday, you've got your brand new single coming out, Fallen Sisters. Tell us a bit about the idea behind the single and its name.
Right. Well, I suppose the idea kind of came when I was getting ready to go out on the town for the night, go out on the circuit, if you will. And I was just sitting on the couch with the guitar, and I started plucking up the riff. I just kind of started singing the verse, and yeah, then you kind of mumble a little bit. So I was mumbling what the lyrics should sound like, and then you kind of get the lyrics from there. And then that was kind of the verse where that idea came from. And then we got to the chorus, and for some reason, like, this idea just popped into my head, where it was like, this is a call. What is it again? This is a call for the Fallen Sisters. So yeah, I kind of just took that idea and ran with it, showed it to the guys, and guess it is what it is now.
Fallen Sisters, the significance of the name. It's quite haunting in many ways.
I guess you could say that. You would be the first person to describe it as haunting, but I think you might be onto something. I guess I don't really know what Fallen Sisters like necessarily means, like the term in itself. I mean, the song's kind of about staying loyal to a partner, when you're out on the circuit, as I was preparing to be, and yeah, choosing to stay loyal to your partner when
Yeah, I was
the
about to
temptation's
ask you,
out there.
Nick, when you go out on this circuit that you speak of, what are you feeling? What are you thinking when you're out with the boys? Is that kind of where the song came from? Like, kind of you're out having fun and then you might see someone. Is that kind of where you were going with the song?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess it just the ideas overall are in a way disconnected. So there's just like a lot of the lines are just taking inspiration from certain memories I have of being out on the circuit, and then certain memories of just alone time with my partner, and then I guess it's kind of contrasting the two, and just I suppose trying to tell that story and share that idea.
Now, Noon Shift, you formed at school. How did you get together?
Oh, well, probably got to start by shouting out our junior guitar ensemble teacher, Mrs. Han. I mean, we were all in year 7 when we met, and I mean, we just started playing in guitar ensemble at lunch on Monday, and I suppose we liked each other enough to want to try and do a band together. So that's what we did. We started playing together at the start of 2014 and kind of just, kept going with it.
So Noon Shift, the term noon is because you used to meet at lunchtime.
Far out, we should have said that, hey? That's not...
Did I just make all that up?
That's a good one.
I was going to
I made
ask
it all
you,
up.
how did you come up with the name? Because it's a very unique name for a band. How did you come up with it?
Well,
Don't
on a
use
Sunday
William
night,
Belinda.
yeah, I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna switch between the two just to keep interviewers on their toes.
I want a credit.
Oh yeah, don't worry. You'll be getting a little copyright in the description of every single thing. But the story is that we were sitting on the couch, me and the family, on a Sunday night, and my brother had something up on his phone. He was reading like this news article from like the late 80s, and at some point, the phrase "afternoon shift detective." It was like a crime story that he was reading out, and that phrase came up, and I was like, "That sounds pretty cool." We were looking at yeah, we were looking for a new band name at the time. We've had a few over the years. I mean,
What
we
are
had
some of
Lethal Lead
those
for a bit.
names?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, so we had Lethal Lead for a little bit. We then went to Data Change, and then we finally settled on Noon Shift, and that's what we've stuck with for like the past 4 or 5 years.
I think you chose
yeah.
well. Data change doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Yeah, it sounds a bit too preachy. It's like
Very
Could
much.
be for,
change.
it could be for a Huggies commercial as well.
That's some good callback humour. Definitely could be though.
And I understand that you're from Western Sydney. Are all the band members from Western Sydney as well? And what part in particular?
Well, I guess we're kind of all spread around. Tom's probably about as bougie as it gets. He's he's from Burwood, so you know.
Very nice,
sneak out
very
when it
nice
comes on,
Westfield
very
there.
suave. Oh yeah, bloody oath. They have a very nice
Do all
Westfield.
my shopping.
Oh yeah, I used to frequent that Westfield when I was a youngster, so I'm quite
Whereabouts are
quite
you?
familiar.
Whereabouts are you from, Nick?
Well, I reside in the lovely suburb of Pemulwuy. It's near Greystanes.
I was going to
nice.
say, where is
So
that?
it exists. Yeah, no one knows. It's like unless you're from Pemulwuy,
Awkward.
you don't know about Pemulwuy.
Yeah, no,
I do
no, no.
now.
Well, you do. If
Nick's
you know
on
about
there, he's
Pemulwuy,
like a
you've
blue
probably met one
cloud.
of us. What's that?
So you're all from Western Sydney.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, Will's from Borco, Michael's from Thornley. We're all driving distance from each other, so yeah, pretty good.
But
And when
we all
you
managed.
perform,
Sorry, William.
Belinda, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you all managed to go to the same school, so you have to all be in the same kind of area.
Yeah, we were pretty close. I used to take a long time to get to school though, like for me, because I was probably the first away from school, so it took a little while, but
Because no one had heard of that suburb, yes.
yeah, when no one knows
That's
what
reason.
suburb you're from, there's not many buses going to it.
So when you've performed live, have you been performing in a lot of the clubs and bars of Western Sydney?
Well, actually not that much, because most of the action happens kind of inner west to the city, like Newtown area. So most of our gigs have been in that area, actually.
And what's the
So-
reaction like from audiences?
Quite mixed, actually. One guy, we came off stage, came up to me, shook my hand, and he was like, "Oh, that was awesome, man." And then one other time, we were playing at the Townie in Newtown, next to the train station, and my mate Cooper was there. And after we got off stage, Cooper came up to me and was like, "Oh, mate, you should have heard it. One guy said you were shrieking like a banshee." I was like, "Oh, fuck it, all right." So I suppose, you're always going to get a few mixed reviews, but
Always.
I'd like to think that overall it's been good.
Brilliant. That's what we like
Excellent.
to hear.
And Nick, of course, we've loved speaking with you, but we'd love to hear from your fellow band members as well. If we could bring them online, they're standing by. Here they are. Hello, guys.
Yo.
G'day.
Welcome.
G'day.
Nick, if you'd like to introduce everyone.
Yeah, sure. Let's go left to right, like we're reading. So we got Michael down there in the corner. Got Tom in the middle. Oh, sorry. So we'll do the instruments too. Michael's on bass. Tom's on guitar. We got Will there on drums in the bottom right corner.
Welcome to At Home and In View TV. It's an absolute pleasure to have all of you there. What have been the biggest challenges of working with somebody as talented as Nick?
Oh, big call.
That's a very good
Very
question.
talented, very humble as well. So it's hard to tell him that he's done a really good job because he thinks nothing of it. So, yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's about it. No, he's pretty easy
He
to
loves a
work
good
with, really.
Good kebabs, so
I
it's sometimes hard to get work
getting my affirmations back in year 12.
done.
Not all at
No,
once, guys. Not all at once.
He spends too much making pizza. That's probably about it.
Uh,
Now, guys,
Good
have
way
you?
Belinda.
Yes, thank you, William. Have you guys done a lot of touring together? And if so, what's your craziest story from on the road?
We've only been down to Canberra, hey?
No,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah,
obviously
that'd probably
crazy
be
story in
That's one
Canberra.
story, at least.
Yeah.
You wanna take it,
Yeah,
Michael?
Canberra gets pretty wild.
What was the bowling club that we played at? Goulburn.
Oh
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
we played in Gold.
Yeah, there was those
Bowling
dudes.
club. Yeah, that was a bit of a
We played
yarn.
at Goulburn.
So we played
Yeah.
played a gig there for a charity, and then afterwards they all invited us back to their farm just to stay the night. They were gonna cook us dinner, cook us breakfast. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah. We couldn't do it, but they
We
were
had to go home,
insisting.
but they were
It's one of the
big
perks
time
of being in a band. It's one of the best things about being
Yeah.
in a big band such as yours. You get all these freebies and people welcome you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The amount of sausages we would have had.
Congratulations, by the way, all of you, on your brand new single released on Friday, Fallen Sisters. Where did you record it? Because, of course, we've been going through COVID. So how are you dealing with all the promotion and the release?
Recording, sorry. The recording, we recorded the drums in a studio called, what was it? It was Brain Studios in Petersham or something like that. So I recorded the drums there. That was quite a while ago, but then that was me out of the equation. So I kind of left the boys to their own devices to record, bass, guitar, vocals, and all that. And then I'm not too sure how that recording process went because I wasn't there, but I'm sure one of them can fill you in.
Yeah. I mean, we just we did everything else. We just decided to do at home because we're cheapskates, and it's also quite free in the sense that there's no rush. So if you want to go and take a 2-hour lunch break, you can do it, and you can always come back and take the time to perfect your performances. So yeah, at home.
Michael. If I can come in here, Michael, how have you all been rehearsing? Do you still rehearse like on Zoom?
It's sort of been taking a little break from rehearsing. Just take the mental space to chill out. Yeah, we're all just practicing at home by ourselves, I guess, to the songs. Getting our personal life.
And Tom, you're a latecomer to the band. You're the newest member. How did you become involved?
So I'll go from the beginning. I first met these guys probably way back in 2016 at a band competition that I was playing in another band at the time. And since then, myself and that band has been following these guys ever since. And then, one day I guess I saw Nick advertise they're up for another guitarist, and I hit him up one day and I asked him about the ad and what he was looking for, and then he was like, "Oh yeah. So do you know anyone?" And I was kind of cut by that, if I'm honest. But then I offered him, told him I could come jam or something, and then that was that.
Because the band had formed in 2014, so they already had 2 years behind them. Was it quite easy to gel with all the other members?
Yeah, I guess I think a few of their songs off their EP, and I guess I just jammed with them one night, and they asked me if I knew any AC/DC, which I did, and then we jammed on some of that, and I think a few days later, they asked if I wanted to keep playing with them, and
That's
rest was history.
Did you all also choose to go to the same hairdresser because all of your hair is fabulous? Will I can only imagine a great mane under that hat. There it is.
Quality mullet, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Really gelled together on that one, guys. Excellent.
To answer your question,
Now,
we all go
Really?
to the hairdresser at the same time after band practice. Sometimes she comes to band practice.
Oh,
Does it all
excellent.
before. She does us a good deal, so it's a win-win.
4 for
now
1.
Tom mentioned AC/DC. Will, who are the band's other musical influences?
Well, we listen to a lot of Foo Fighters, Soundgarden, bands like that type of vibe, but also kind of more indie, like Gang of Youths, Hockey Dad. It's like kind of a mix. Yeah.
Brilliant. Quite a variety there, but great influences
Yeah.
nonetheless. Belinda.
And William, I wanted to try something here on this Brady Bunch like wall. I wanted to try. It's a bit of a pointing game. So I'm going to ask a question, and everyone has to point to, for the band members, who they think this person is. So who is the smartest?
Ooh.
Who is the cheekiest?
Ooh.
That's he didn't even point, he just knew. And the last question, who is the most handsome?
Big time.
Me!
It's all in the pink shirts.
Oh yeah, we have a
That's
bit
what
of
it is.
pink shirts camaraderie happening here tonight.
You came in
Will
matching
didn't get
colour.
the memo.
No, I didn't get the memo. No, I never did.
Damn, you're fired.
It was in a separate group chat, mate. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You were left out. Belinda, we've got something very special coming up now, haven't we?
Yes, we do. I'd like to thank all the band members for joining us, Michael, Tom, and Will, and also Nick, of course. You're going to play for us now a special acoustic version of Fallen Sisters. Thank you very much, Nick.
Bloody oath.
Go for it.
All right, I'll take it away.
Take it away.
Wasting time, standing in an empty line. The well will have to take me where I go. I changed my mind. I think I need a little time to process all these thoughts and alcohol. But you're here beside me like you were before. I'm here and I will fight, not running anymore. Wasting time, staring at an empty sky. The same star above is so long. Hazel lights look at me for a little while before the sun comes up and we go home. But it's now tomorrow. Yesterday is gone. And I find no sorrow to be letting go. This is a call of the Fallen Sisters who came along with a song they like to sing. Why can't you see that you're not going home with me? I took a Fallen Fallen Sister who came along with a song they like to sing. Why can't you see that you are going home alone? Not with me. You came along, you sent me that familiar song. You sang me those months ago.
But did you wait for me to call you back when I told you it was cancelled after all? Oh, what a fool. This is a call for sisters who came along with a song they like to sing. Why can't you see that you're not going home with me? I took a forward call, sister, who came along with the wrong idea of me. Why can't you see that you are going home alone, not with me? Wasting time on the way to pass the line. When we take the sink where it goes, I close the blinds, lay for a little while, wait to say goodbye before I go. But it's just like tomorrow, yesterday is gone. And find my sorrow, you be letting go. This is a call for sisters who came along with song they like to sing. Why can't you see that you're not going home with me? I took a forward call, sister, who came along with the wrong idea of me. Why can't you see that you are going home alone and not with me?
Wow, that was a beautiful Nick Lowe there of Sydney band, one of Sydney's hottest bands, I reckon, Noon Shift. And of course, Fallen Sisters, the latest single out on Friday. Do go and get a copy, download it, do whatever you've got to do. Absolutely beautiful song. Belinda, how can we find out more about this amazing band, Noon Shift?
You can find Noon Shift on social media. Just look at Noon Shift, or you can go to their website, noonshiftband.com.
Nick Lowe of Noon Shift, it's been an absolute joy and a pleasure to have you here on At Home on InView TV. You're welcome back anytime. Best of luck on Friday with your new single. Have you enjoyed being on the show?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Bloody oath. It's been good.
That's what we like to hear. One day, thank you, it's been a pleasure. One day somebody's going to come back and say, oh, we absolutely hated it. But we're so glad you enjoyed it. And people like Belinda make it even more enjoyable. It's been an absolute joy and an absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming on the show, and hopefully talk again soon. Belinda.
Thanks,
yes.
Have you enjoyed today's show?
Oh, yes, I have. It was really fun to catch up with all the boys, and make sure everyone out there, you check out their brand new single available on Friday, Fallen Sisters. Very exciting.
Remember, Fallen Sisters. And don't forget, I want to thank Belinda, Joe, as my co-host up there in the Gold Coast. I love that rhyming symbolism. And of course, Bruce Mott, our executive producer here in North Sydney. Don't forget to join us again next week. We'll have some more awesome and amazing guests at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time at Home on InView TV. I've been William Broom, and you've been, who have you been, Belinda?
I've been Belinda Joe this whole time.
Nothing's changed. Talk to you all next week. Thanks so much. Enjoy.
Thanks. Bye.